All right, everyone. We got a real special treat this weekend. I'm here with Johnny Trader, one of our members in the Discord server, and I just so happened to catch him online and asked him if I could do a quick interview because I asked him if he was studying. And of course, John, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Johnny Trader.
How long have you been with the group, John?
Well, I've known Phil for about 2 years.
In 2 years. And how did you stumble upon the group?
Uh, to be honest with you, I was messing with the Strat by myself. I don't know how. I don't remember how I found it. I just did. I don't know if it was through Rob or what, but I stumbled into it. I was messing with it for about I don't know 3, 4 months or so like that, and then uh, on my X account or Twitter, uh, this post came up from Phil, and it said, "Hey, listen, if you want to talk about the strat, you want to learn something, I got you." And I says, "Well, you know what? I was at a point to where it couldn't hurt. Let's just put it that way." And I says, "Ah, what the hell? I might as well give it a shot because what do I got to lose? I got nothing to lose."
Right, right.
So yeah, so I stepped in and I answered him back.
That's awesome. And ever since then, we've been together for the last 2 years, and we bounce strategies off of each other as far as setups. And I guess the question that most people have, John. I mean, obviously, I mean, here's this guy you know nothing about, willing to help. I mean, seriously, what were your expectations going into it?
Well, like I said, I had nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Um,
There you go.
I was kind of, you know what? Some of us are always looking for the Holy Grail. We're always looking. We're trying this. We're trying that. We're putting indicators on our charts where we got this thing looking like craziness. And I was at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the Strat, and then I started taking some stuff off. And then when I met Phil, it was like take everything off.
Yeah,
I go, I go, what do you mean? He goes, you don't need all that stuff. You don't need nothing. And I go, well, I thought about it, and I says, you know what? I'm going to listen to this dude, and I'm just going to take everything off. So Phil says, let me see your stuff. We shared screens, and he says, oh my God. Yeah, you need to take everything off.
yeah.
So I took everything off.
I,
I literally brought my charge down to nothing.
Yeah, I remember that day. You stripped everything off, every indicator, everything. The only thing you had, you just had candles and time frames. That's
Yeah,
it.
just
That's
candles. I went straight just to candles, and I didn't even have them colored.
yeah,
Um, I didn't even have them colored until I kind of got comfortable with it, and then I made it my own.
yeah.
So, and that's what Phil stresses: make it your own.
So that's a
So
great
I did.
segue into this, John. So what do you mean by making it your own? What did you do where you had that light bulb moment where all of a sudden you just said, "Yes, this is the strategy for me."
Um, okay. Well, I guess it started with the 2x10, which of course you talk about and teach.
Hmm.
It started with the 2x10, and that's when I started understanding it a lot better. 2x10, and are my charts up, Phil, or no?
Yeah, I can see your screen. They're beautiful. So, John, when you say 2 by 10, some people might not know what you mean by that. What exactly do you mean by the 2 by 10?
Okay, so the 2x10 is a two simple moving average and a 10 simple moving average. And if you look at this chart right here where my cursor is, the bottom chart, the one that's blown up,
Yeah.
the 2 is white
Mm-hmm.
and the 10 is green.
Okay. And
So
that's a weekly time
I,
frame, and it looks like on up top we can't really make out those, but those are bigger time frames, I assume. It looks like the upper right one is a week as well, but my guess is that
yes.
this was probably a daily and you changed it to a week for the video here. So you can go ahead and
Yeah.
maximize this one if you'd like. Then we can eliminate all the other ones.
Okay.
All right.
So that better? Okay. So what I did was I put this 2 by 10 on my charts. You can ignore these two at the moment, but I put the 2 by 10 on my charts, and uh, I started using this with the candles and the Strat, and that was the beginning, basically the beginning of how I started to use this.
Okay.
I used this 2 by 10 cross
Mm-hmm.
with the candles, and um, and then it progressed into what I got now. So these candles, if you look at them, the way I have them color coded here, um, the hollow candles, the ones with no fill in it, these are all up candles or green. So even this yellow one here, this yellow is a green candle actually,
Yeah.
but it's an up candle. And then the red ones are red, solid red. And if it's a down candle and it's colored, this also is a red candle.
Okay.
So
Just a nice visual
that's
aid.
how my system works.
Okay. And it looks like here, like with the AVGO, you also have the full-time frame continuity study that I use for the day, the week, the quarter, the year in the upper
Right.
left-hand
That's
corner.
up here in the Yeah, that's up here in the quarter, and these are either red or green. This tells me that all 4 time frames are basically green. They're in an uptrend. And this A12 obviously is saying that the weekly is above 12 weeks already. If you go over here
Yeah.
and count these, this is 12.
So, in your opinion, John, how important is full-time frame continuity when you're doing it this way?
Full time frame is important. It's very, I didn't think it was, but now that I'm into it for as long as I have been, it's probably one of the most important things you need to follow.
I agree, and it's probably one of the hardest things to understand too, because there are so many different people out there with different twists as far as how that works. But it
Right,
definitely looks like you have found something that works for you, and in my opinion, that's the most important thing.
right.
So,
Um, so getting back to my chart here, and like Phil stresses, he says make it your own. So I've made it my own by color coding this one red and green, and then I turned the inside candles yellow. So if it's an inside up, it's yellow hollow. If it's an inside down, it'd be a solid yellow like this. Whereas a 3 bar would be right here, a green candle, 3 bar up, and then back here we have a 3 candle. This would be a red or down. And I made it my own to make it, it just makes me pick it up quicker and easier to see. I can follow these really quick when I'm looking at them. When I'm thumbing through charts,
mhm.
I'm just clicking and clicking, and I'm looking for setups that I like, setups that talk to me.
So getting back to this 2 by 10 crossover that you're talking about on this week, do you just apply it here to the week and take your entry, or do you also do it on the day? Or, I mean, give us an idea of how patient of a trader you've become in all this.
Okay, so if we go back in time, we're here now, but if we go back in time, this would have been one of my setups. One of my setups is when the two is below the 10, okay, the two SMA has to be below the 10.
Okay.
And if it's below the 10, I'll put my order in at the top of, if it's and I need a green candle also. I don't play red candles going up. I only play green.
Okay.
So if you go back here, I would have put my order in right here.
Okay. So you
That would have
never
been
got
my
triggered
order
into
there.
that trade then.
It did not trigger. That
Excellent.
would have been a trade, but it didn't trigger.
Okay.
So I'll take it off. I'll look at the next week, and then it's a green candle again, two below the 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put my I'll put my order right there. And when it triggers, I'm in. It didn't trigger.
So in that
It didn't
scenario
trigger.
right there, that would have been a 1-1 setup that never triggered. except to the downside.
Correct.
And you don't short, correct? You don't short a whole lot.
No, no, I only go long.
Yeah, okay. And I think that's important for people to learn how to do too. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you. So did you guys hear that? He doesn't like to short. What's one of the reasons why you don't like to short, John?
Uh, Part of the reason is my account, either my account won't let me go short, but it's a matter of preference. I just don't like to short. I just only like to go long. That's just me.
I love it. I love it. You defined who you are as a trader.
Correct.
Awesome. All right, so getting back to your example here, it really looks like on this setup here, you're really waiting for a 222 rev back up on this weekly chart.
Correct. So in regards to these two, we'll go back to these one ones.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you also got to look at your full time frame continuity because it may not mesh up with. Since we're going down here, these might have been. See, this is current, so you can't really pay attention to it here
Yeah.
because it's here.
Right.
So you can't pay attention to that. You'd have to pay attention to it when you're in the current moment, which is all the way to this candle. But anyways, so continuing on,
Mm-hmm.
we got this red one. Now we got this three. Now this is another one of my favorite setups. Um, the two is below the 10, but we have a three green. To
Okay.
me, this is gold. This is
Okay.
gold. I
So
love these candles.
this is one of your favorite
I'll
trades
put
then.
This is one of my trades. I'll
Okay.
put my order in here and I'll wait. I'll wait the week. Well, the following week we had an inside candle, a one red down.
Yep.
I didn't get the trade.
Yep.
So guess what? I'm out. I don't take it. I can't take it because this is a red candle. That's just me.
Yep.
The following week we had another three. Two is below the 10.
Mm-hmm.
We had another three. I put my order in right here. And guess what? The
Sweet.
following week we got it.
Yep.
We got it right here. So now my order's in. My stop goes down here. Okay?
Yep.
And now here's another caveat. Now some of you, this is a strat thing. You could take you could take some off here, you could take some off here, here, the pivot machine gun you got, right?
Yeah, just those targets, weekly candles, the targets, the top of the
Right.
bar.
And these are, yeah, stress it again. This is weekly. This isn't daily.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to wait the whole week. You may not hit this target, but you did. You took this one, and this one out, and also this one with in that week that you got in.
Yeah.
You took out four candles in that first week, right here. I'm still in it, but I'm still in this one, and I'm taking them off, but here's what I do, and this may not be for everybody. This is only me, and that's just the way I work it. So I did add an indicator, and I added the ATR, and that's down here.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll take the high of this candle, 193.37, and the ATR. If you look right now, it's 24.15.
Yep.
That's 24 points or $24.15.
Okay.
All right. I'll add that onto this where my entry was. I'll
Oh.
add that onto this number here.
Okay. So that's another target then.
So this would be my target. This is my first target right here.
Gotcha. Oh, I like that. I've never heard of it, but
Okay.
yeah.
So let's go back here. 24.15. Let's add that on to 193. That's 214, 217. That's about 217.52, I think, right? So we go up here to 217.52.
Yep. In that area, roughly. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Let's just put it in. Let's just put it in.
Okay.
217.52. And let's put that in. And this is my first target right here. I'm going
So
to change this to green
so when you
just so
say
we know what
first
target.
target, it sounds like you possibly scale out of a position.
So this would be my first scale out right here.
Okay, so you're not an all or none trader.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
I take it in. I take it in threes. I do 50% my first one.
Okay.
I do 20. I do another quarter the next one, and then I do another 15% the next one. I leave 10% on for a runner, which it's still running. So I still
Okay.
got 10% of this trade going.
So, John, you got in at 193.37. So let's make this crystal clear to people who are trying to build some patience in all this and be really disciplined. You got in at 193.37 and you still have a runner in this thing.
Yes.
That is amazing. And
And you're
why
going
do
to
you
ask
still
me,
have a
when
runner?
am
I
I going to
mean,
get out?
what's gonna be the thing that tells you to close that position with that runner? What has to
When my
happen?
runner,
Yep.
when this two crosses the 10.
Oh, you're using something as simple as a crossover to tell you.
Yeah, I'm taking my three targets. So if we had another 24 onto this one,
Mm-hmm.
we come up with, let's just say it's 242.
Okay.
Just to make it easy, just to
Sure.
make it easy. Let's just say that's my next target.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
So this is my next target, 242. I take another quarter off. So I'm down to a quarter left. The next 15% of what I had would come off at 24, it'd be 66, which would be up here somewhere. Let's just say it's here. Let's just say, yeah, it's here. Sorry for my,
It's all right. You're doing great.
all right, bear with me. I'm gonna try not to make this too long, but this is how I do it. So I hit three targets already, my three targets, and like I said, I have a runner still. Now my runner is, oh, let me back up a little bit. So every time a target is hit, I move my stop up.
Okay.
So this is my stop. We started here, right? So
Yeah.
this is my stop.
Yep. That
Once I
161.
hit, right, once I hit this target, my stop moves up to break even.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay. I like that too. Yep.
And then when I hit this second target, my stop moves up from break even to here,
Okay.
217.52.
Yeah.
Got it?
Got.
So
You're
I'm
just.
always moving my stop up.
Yep. Now,
All
now,
right?
John, just out of curiosity here, do you see where that one is on the week? That one bar over to the left?
This one here?
Yeah. Now, that's a strat setup there. Now, are you adding back the positions because there's a setup to go, or are you just still running with what you got?
No, I'm still running with what I got. I don't add to it only
Okay.
because, well, my rule is two below the 10.
Gotcha. And
So I'm not adding.
okay.
You could add, but I don't add.
So there's not no, you don't have a situation where you say, you know what, this thing is only like 8 weeks since it crossed over, therefore I could add or no way.
No,
Okay, I
no.
like it. Um,
No. That's just my style. That's just what I do.
do you think you'll ever get to the point where you do add there?
I could, but I mean, I've been doing okay this way. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
stick to what
why,
works for you.
why change?
Okay. And so you're just getting back to this, waiting for this to cross over, and we don't know when that will happen, do we?
No, we don't know when that's going to happen.
But
But once I hit my third target here, I got a runner, and I don't move my stop up anymore. My stops now, really, actually, it's here. It's this 10
so it's yeah,
moving
below the
up.
10 and out then. I like it. John, that's
Yeah,
a great explanation of how to use a bigger time frame and to just let it run. And for those of you who don't know, John is probably one of the most patient traders in our group. And I mean, John isn't staring at the charts all day, right?
right.
You just take your position and, as you would say, just let it play out.
Just let it play out.
Let it
Yeah,
play out.
I set my orders and that's it. I'll come home at night or after I get done with a long day or whatever I'm doing, which could be anything. Um, Yeah, I just see what I got, and if I got to move stops up, I move stops up. If I just have to I mean, I don't watch it, but I just thumb through what I got on my positions, and yeah, and then all my weekend work is for next Monday. So I got all my orders in for next Monday, and I got about Right now, I'm looking at about probably 2 dozen at least.
That's amazing. John, I really appreciate it. You hopefully have opened some eyes for some of the impatient traders out there, because I get a lot of questions as far as, do you have a strategy that I can swing? And I'm sure you've heard that as well. And the reality of it is that when the market trends, everyone wants to swing. But when the market
Hmm.
chops, that's very difficult to do. But it really sounds like your strategy allows you to not only take the trade but to stay in the trade until it tells you to get out. And I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I got other stuff too. We can go over it another time, but this is basically
Yeah,
this is the start right here.
yeah.
This is where you need to start.
Let's let's just end it with that. One more question. What's the one thing that you would tell a new trader? We'll end with that.
Be patient.
Be patient. Uh, Love it. All right, guys. Johnny Trader, he's in the Discord server and he has his own channel. So if this speaks to you or if you have questions, get your butt over to the Discord server. It's free. So, John, thank you for your time. We really appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome.
All right.